I watched this film and there's no reason to not enjoy the film. It might not give you the usual feelings you get after watching a regular film like a moral preaching or a happy, sad feelings or feeling romantic, thrilled, scary, or even bored. This one film will let you probably explore that there is another way of feeling apart from this. And I watched this film and did not know when while watching I was transported to some other plane. By the time the movie ended, I walked out of the movie hall without even speaking to myself for probably 4 to 5 hours. I do not remember any film having or creating such an impact in me. I had traveled inwards, it seems, and so I could not hear any word. I just felt, which I probably cannot explain. It seems inexplicable. It took me some time to come back from the inwardness I was transported to, and then yes, I was ready with words for it. I was waiting to write a review for my friends, and then I felt, why not a YouTube video too, because I feel I owe to this film. So after a few weeks, today I jotted down my review in my Facebook, which is like a common man layman verdict. I am no expert, yet I think this will give you kind of an idea what the film tries to convey. You might be able to relate better if you go through this review even after you have watched the movie. So I'll read out the same piece as it is already well written from my wall. So I would not mind rating it the best film I have ever watched since the 90s, and this includes even the American production films. Yes, you heard that right. I had heard in a Vedantic talk a profound example illustrating human behavior. Now you must be wondering, why did I jump from October to a Vedantic talk? Well, you will discover it very soon. It said, a dog bites on and on a fleshless piece of bone and in the process cuts its own skin of mouth. When it tastes the blood, it thinks that it is from the piece of bone. So it keeps on biting the fleshless piece of bone. The same is the state of human mind. When I had heard this, I had a vague understanding of the mapping, but I lacked any point-to-point match and so refrained from discussing about it with anybody. Years later, while I was watching this film, my heart jumped with glee, as I could relate it so much with that illustration in Vedanta. Now we can measure the magnitude of depth the film has. It clearly washes away the concept of searching love outside, searching for the right person to fall in love with. Probably it is for the first time in Indian cinema, if not in world cinema, such an approach, a realistic approach towards love has been taken, if I am not wrong. The director of the movie, Shujit Sirkar, and the story writer, Juhi Chaturvedi, are crystal clear in establishing that love is all about holding on to what you have held on and see all your potential shine feather by feather. You just hold on and love does its job. It transforms you towards the better one. Now this is like a blow to our ages of learning that in love the other person is responsible for all our happiness, comfort and accomplishments. That we should surround ourselves with the right persons so that our lives are in the right track, are positive. Well, while we spend a lifetime in this approach in hitting and trying for the right person or the right job, in chasing the right piece of bone, we do not hold on. We do not stick to. We miss out biting that piece of bone again and again, which in the process could have cut our skin and tasted us our own tasted us our own potential. By the way, knowing that all the pieces of bone are fleshless might be devastating, because then you might not like to bite any piece at all. So will this knowledge help? Probably not. And probably that is why there's a saying that ignorance is bliss, because you will find it almost impossible to bite the skin of your own mouth on your own and taste the blood. You need an illusion for that. So probably illusion that this is the right person, the right job, or the right piece of bone is necessary. But without holding on, again, your bites are not going to be intense enough, passionate enough to cut your skin, because that's your conviction, that's your faith, that's your belief. And holding on to that, you go beyond your limits. So wearing yourself out in the search is pointless, it seems, doesn't it? The character Dan here, played by Varun Dhawan, transforms implicitly simply by holding on without even realizing the love he is being driven by. The process is directed so efficiently in the film that the transformation you can see on screen yet cannot point out exactly when it happened. Just like you can watch a blooming bud but cannot exactly point out when it bloomed. A slow and steady pace. This is probably the first film I have ever watched where no character, Dan or Shuli, is the protagonist but the story itself. An amazing story, and equally amazing a storytelling. This film was not promoted, so please gift yourself with a dive to the deep by watching this rare kind of a film. That's a review from the public. And yeah, another noticeable point that I missed out in the write-up is that the character of Dan upholds simplicity. Probably a simple mind alone knows to hold on to what it had once held on. Holding on to a basic idea which defines our core existence, brings out or manifests the all that is in us. You have got to think a lot on this film. So, and yeah, not to forget, Varun Dhawan has got back my faith in the new generation actors. The entire team gave their best, or else the story could not have come across. Please see, exceptions are always there to whatever is opined in the film. We grow wiser every day by knowing where to apply what. Apologies if my daring and straightforward analysis with the Vedantic analogy is wrong anywhere. Hope to keep learning. Hope you watch the movie, and if you have already watched, hope you could relate it with my review and could agree. Thanks a lot. Please share your views too about the film. Thanks.